Welcome to episode number 7 of this Washington National MLB Show 19 franchise series, and today we're playing the Home Run Derby. I believe it's just Bryce Harper leads the league with 32 home runs, as we're 60 and 36, 12 games up on first place over the Phillies, 14.5 on the Mets, 18.5 on the Braves, and then 25 over the Marlins. So I mean, we have a 625 winning percentage. The Phillies 500, Mets 474, Braves 432, and the Marlins 367. We're 5 and 5 in the last 10. The Phillies 8 and 2 in the last 10. Mets 4 and 6 in the last 10. Braves 6 and 4 in the last 10, and the Marlins sad 2 and 8 in the last 10. We're talent at first, power 8th, pitching 7th, defense 17th, speed 20th, and then ranked fully 4th. Not bad. This episode will be the Home Run Derby, and it might be the All-Star Day, maybe. And then the next episode, All-Star Week, next phase, trade deadline, 7 days, because it's on August 3rd, or July 31st. Well, one year was August 1st, because July 31st was a Sunday, and that's why they moved it to August 1st, but I don't know, it's 7 days away. Because if it's 7 days, it would be the 24th. I don't know. It's just trade deadline preparation, but really it's like 2 weeks away. Well, then after that, no trades for the major leagues. But probably next time you're gonna see us is gonna be, and for that you're probably gonna see is for the Twins. I did no day in the ALDS, 2 videos in the ALCS, and then 2 videos in the World Series. And then something like that. Here it's it might be what it might be is it might be like 1 in the NLDS and we get to the NLCS, 1 there, and then maybe 1 in the World Series, because MLB The Show 20 is right around the corner. So, and I doubt it, and because then I also have to film opening day 2019. So I don't know. Well, let's play the Home Run Derby. And yeah, I did this for some reason it says 2019 All-Star Game, but really this is 2018. So I'm gonna put it at where it was in 2018, if I can find it. It's right at our stadium, National Park, if I can find it. It's somewhere around here. There it is.
Recording?
Mm-hmm.
I might fall asleep here for a few minutes. You do me a favor, and at 1:30 let the dogs out. So 30,
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. Okay,
Oh, bacon.
well, the round times, I think I did like 2 minutes. I know I did like 2 minutes. Well, that was in the Twin franchise. I had like 5 players in here. But I know I do, just in case I want to do the All-Star Games, I have to do 2 episodes, you know? Because it's not going to be today. Well, it could be the All-Star Game if we don't do it in this episode. It probably will be next episode. Or later today, probably. But I really want to do the All-Star Game as well in this one. So I know I made it 2 minutes. And then timeout on. And yeah, we only have Bryce Harper second in the lead, or that's Matt Olson's ahead of him by 2. And then we have Matt Olson, Bryce Harper, we're going to control him. And it says person 2 is I have my other controller. I'm going to use both controllers if we did the All-Star Game. The blue controller I'm using right now, if we do the All-Star Game, the blue controller will be the NL, and the Tampa controller will be the AL. And then that might, Matt Olson, Bryce Harper, Travis Hunt, Edwin Encarnacion, George Springer, Mike Trout, Chris Bryant, and Paul DeJong. Okay. 4 contestants from each league. 8 contestants total. Let's do this. Overall, 90, 83, 73, 85, 83, 88, 82, 84. So Travis Hunt is the only person that doesn't have an 80 overall or higher. Olsen, 90. Bryce Harper hits at bat. Every 10 at bats he hits a home run. That's not bad. Olsen's about just like 10.2 or something. But it's at our home stadium, and Harper won in 2018. And then last year, it was, I think, that guy from the Mets won. This is new only at show 19 where you can see they got that Pete Alonso one. Okay, we have Athletics, Nationals, Brewers, Indians, Astros, Angels, Cubs, and Cardinals. Top home run hitter from each matchup will advance to round 2. Participants from each matchup with the most home runs will advance to the finals. The semifinal winners are complete for the crown, the home run derby champion. The player with the most home runs wins. 30 seconds of bonus time are added for 2 home runs 400 feet or over. If a round ends in a tie, a tiebreaker swing-off will be played and the winner is named. If timeout is enabled, you have the ability to call a timeout once per round. Calling a timeout will replenish your stamina. To call a timeout, press down on the down arrow while the call a timeout indicator is flashing.
Now that the rules are clear, it's time
Yeah.
for the Home Run Derby. Up first, in this head-to-head matchup, representing the St. Louis Cardinals,
And yeah, we're gonna skip this to next user batter, and we're playing. Well, Matt Olson won by 6-5 and 7. George Springer and Matt Olson, and then I am playing as Chris Bryant, who only hit 6. And Mike Trout already advanced. So here we go. 182 career home runs. I only need.
the challenger, representing the Washington Nationals.
And that's short. And remember, there's only. I need 6 home runs in 2 minutes. Get out, stay fair. Darn it. See now I mean I only have. Stay fair. Darn. Throw a pitch. That's gone. 440. 4 feet off, but I need the bonus time. And a bullet. Gone. 402. And that's new in this year to have the replays. 70 seconds it out. Down by 4. That's gone as well. 436. 412. Minute to go. Down by 3. And is that going to be gone? Gone! Into the, I believe that's the Nationals bullpen. And 45 seconds to go. Down by 2. I don't know the bonus time either. And that is 420. 17 feet off. Only 403 in the 7th deck. I only need 1 more home run. Half a minute to go. And that's gone! 443, I only need 1 more for bonus time. And my energy's in the yellow. And that's... Timeout. About I think like 13 seconds to go. That's on a call timeout, so my energy goes up to my energy bar goes up to full. Or those that see now 12 seconds to go. Tie up 6 and that is gone! Advances to the 2nd round. And to play Mike Trout. Yeah, it's Matt Olson versus George Springer and Mike Trout versus Bryce Harper. First round 7 home runs, long 436 feet. And we're gonna go to next user batter. And Matt Olson's going to the champion finals, number 1 seed, and Mike Trout only had 4 home runs. I had 7, my lawn was 443 feet in the first round. Need 2 440 but home runs are longer than the bonus time. And that ball is gone, 316 in the Nationals bullpen. And that is yanked a lot foul. 100 seconds to die. I only need 3 to tie, 4 to win. And we're 90 seconds to down. On the home run, even if we win the home run derby, that also will probably be in this episode. That is not gone. And these shadows are hard. That's a high fly ball. Waste a lot of time. Minute to go. I might only have 3 swings left. And that's dead center field, or just to the right center field, right of the batter's eye. I only need 2 left, only 50 seconds to go. And that's yanked foul. 45 seconds. And that's a high fly ball. It's going to waste a lot of time. Gone! 357. Barely a wall scraper in the Nationals bullpen. And that's center field. No, but it's at least a line drive. Don't have bonus time. 20 seconds it out. And no good. No good. No good. Last win. Is that gone? No good. One short off the base of the wall, and the Mike Trout advances to the finals. Bryce Harper won against Chris Bryant, but loses against Mike Trout. And now it's the first seed versus the sixth seed. Here's Mike Trout. And we're gonna, well, I don't say this batter. Trout at 6. Olsen at, here we go. Let's just, and that's murdered. 437. And he took a pitch. Umpires are wearing the coat. There's 3 umpires, 1 in left field, 1 in center field, and 1 in right field. Let's go to, and then the Derby. Who wins? So apparently Matt Olson won, the first baseman for the A's. So he wins it. Why do they have 6? He must have the distance. He must have hit a farther home run than Trout, because they, so Matt Olson won the home run derby, 2018 home run derby at Nationals Park. Harper lost. Won against Chris Bryant round 1, lost to well, now we're gonna do the All-Star guys at the draft. Oh, here we go. Well, I assume someone's in the All-Star game, right? So it's Charles Carrasco versus Zach Greinke. And the talent controller is the AL, and the blue controller is the NL. Here we go, and it's gonna be in Nationals Park. That's where the 2018 All-Star Game was. Broadcast and we network quick counts on. Let's go with clear skies for the 2018 All-Star Game. Zach Greinke, Carlos Carrasco, and we have Daniel Murphy, Bryce Harper, and I think that's it. And obviously we have about 20 bench players. I mean, we have a lot of bench players. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bench players. Lots of starting lineup. And I think there's Cruz. Brian Dozier. I have 67 in here. And then Matt Olson and Colba won this home run derby, so yeah. Let's go. So next episode will probably be the playoffs, because right now you can adjust umpire close calls to have umpires judge every close to play perfect. It says Cleveland, but really it's 2018. That's it's at National Spark in 2018. Now the umpires are wearing the short sleeve black shirt. The home run derby they were wearing the jacket. And that's Mike Fillmore, the home plate umpire, I think.
Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special coverage of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game here on MLB Network. I'll be joined in the booth by Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, but before we turn to them, let's turn to the results of the fan voting for this year's All-Star starters. Being made on the field, we've got a fun night in store. It's the Major League Baseball All-Star Game on MLB Network, and it comes your way next.
There should be another episode later. It should be for the show, and there should be a blog on Vinny J tomorrow. There will, unless on the video got corrupted, but I don't know how to intend it. So that would be the only reason that you don't see Road to the Show later. But I have to hurry up this franchise quick. Well, I really can't. Didn't we already?
Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in.
It's a 2019 All-Star Game. That's in the, but it says on the field All-Star Game 2019, but right there it's a 2018 All-Star Game. See, it says that's an All-Star Game 2019, but when it showed it 2018 All-Star Game, which is AL All-Stars versus NL All-Stars, it said 2018, and the announcer just said 2018. Greinke's 14 years pro, Carrasco 8, pretty even. And there's Greinke, 19 starts, 10-5, a 1.87 ERA, 139 and a third innings, 101 hits, a 0.86 whip, 19 walks, and 120 strikeouts. Minimum walks doesn't really give any free passes to anyone. That I think is Mike Fillmore. There's the National League. 2017 level winner, Zach Greinke, and then Eric Hosmer. Now on the Brewers. He used to be on the Royals. He was on the Royals when they won the World Series.
But also a very adequate, very underrated defender on both corners, both first and third.
Stepping in.
There's Jose Altuve.
He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Here we go. And this shadow is like what it was in the home run derby. That hit off of Greinke. Daniel throws it. He is safe at first base. And there might be a challenge from Dwayne Robert. Dwayne Robert, not Dave Roberts. Oh, goodness. I couldn't tell. I think he was safe. I don't cancel.
Here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure.
Well, I hit if you hit square, if you want to challenge, you hit square. If you don't want to challenge, then you hit square or circle. If you run out of time, you only get 20 seconds, and it's cancel. Shot, and that is on the bat on the first, and that is safe at first. There might be another challenge. No challenge. Well, it'd be funny. I mean, there was a challenge icon that popped up. First play of the game, and that one was close, actually. That is not Mike Fillmore. Here's Trout, who lost against Nat Olson in the championship. That's a fly ball right field. I'm not sure who that is. Harper, I forgot he's in right field, and that's 2 outs. And here's the batting order for the AL. Jose Altuve, Mallet Smith, Mike Trout, Gary Sanchez, Carlos Correa, Jose Ramirez, Matt Olson, who won the 2018 Home Run Derby in this world, Mookie Betts, and Francisco Lindor. And there's a DH, Carlos Correa. It's a shortstop for the Astros. It's cheated. Cheaters. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. Throw to first is in time. One hit by the AL, but he's trying at first base. Middle of one is 0-0. I would have to stop it so at 1:30. It's 1:15. Here's Carrasco, 18 starts, 10-3, 2.30 ERA, 137 innings, 114 hits, 1.04 WHIP, 28 walks, and 136 strikeouts. They usually have, you see that the final warm-up pitch and they throw to second for the All-Star game and every playoff game. That's a ground ball to Lorenzo Cain, the Milwaukee Brewer. Throw to first is in time. One down. Matt Olson. And here's the starting lineup for the NL. Lorenzo Cain, Christian Yelich, Bryce Harper, where he plays on the Nationals and also games at Nationals Park. Andy Rizzo, Corey Seager, Daniel Murphy, also a Washington National, Eric Hosmer, Travis Shaw, and Buster Posey. And that's the starters. Here's Yelich. That's it. Right field or left field is going to fall in front of the AL's left fielder. And Yelich has a one-out single in the bottom of the first. First hit for the NL. So you can see that was two-seam fastball, pitch speed 93 miles per hour, and I believe contact was good. And yeah, it was good. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner. Here's Harper. And that's a ground ball off the middle, base hit. And Yelich is on aggressively going to third. Cut off, throw to third is not in time. Runners at the corners, I believe, one out. Here's the DH, but he's never unless they're at American League ballpark. And that's a ground ball off the pitcher. It's gonna score a run. Rizzo is out at first base, but the run does score. Runner at second, one out or two outs, and the NL has a 1-0 lead in the 2018 All-Star Game for Nationals Park. Yeah, I played the 2019 All-Star Game. A Twins custom franchise at the Metrodome. In real life, obviously, it was in Cleveland, and now it's in Dodger Stadium for 2020. Here's Corey Seager, the Dodger. 32 count, and that's it. Right left field, and is caught by the AL's left fielder. But 2 hits for the NL and a run for the NL, and the one. It is 1-0 NL. Here's Carlos Correa, the DH. Go for Citizens Drangy, and that is straight 2 on the changeup, 1 and 2. And let's meet the umpires for the 2018 All-Star Game. First base umpire Joe McDonald, center base umpire Harold Ditson, third base umpire Errol Somersville, and
you understand that he's got his own zone. You touched on it, D-Ron. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger.
That is a pop-up. For some reason, the umpire's first base, second base, third base, and a home plate. And that's 1 out and by Bryce Harper. And here's the defensive lineup for the National League. 2017 Load Love winner. Obviously, you already saw this. And everyone's right-handed out in the field besides the first baseman. The DH is, I think, what? Rizzo, so he's lefty, but he's not on the field, obviously. 1-1 count to switch hitter, and that is into the gap, but it will be past Yelich. And Cain's going to have to throw it in. That will be a 1-out double for Jose Ramirez, the third baseman for the Indians. And now it's Matt Olson, and alright, this clip's at the end, so I know Chet does my umpire list right now. After this clip ends, and that's a pop-up. Right, and that will be caught by Yelich, 2 down, with the tying run at second base. 1-1 count, and here's Mookie Betts, number 8 batter for the American League. And that is it, right center field. Can he get there? Cain cannot get there, and this game is tied at 1. And Mookie Betts is in with a 2-out RBI double, and this game is tied at 1 apiece. Now a go-ahead run is at second base. Now it's Francisco Lindor. That's a high pop up the center field, and Kane catches it. 1 run for the AL on 2 hits. Middle of 2, it is American All-Stars 1 and the National League All-Stars 1. It's Daniel Murphy. And that's a little pop-up. Those bat Lindor, and he makes the catch in short left field. So I figured it out. Well, I put the dogs out first of all. Well, usually, as you can see, I don't know if you didn't. Eric Somerville is not the home plate umpire. So I believe it's Freddie Ferguson's the home plate umpire. Well, for some on there it says first, second, third, and then HB, which stands for home plate. So really, I know I don't in normal order. Is it usually? I mean, Emily show 16 or even 17. They showed it like on a baseball field, and there they showed it too. But here now they show it always on MLB Network. I think on theme 1 and theme 2. It says umpires, and then first, second, third, and then HB stands for home plate. HP stands for home plate. I'm gonna say HB, but really I know Freddie Ferguson's a home plate umpire. Joe McDonald is the first base umpire. Carl Ditson is the second base umpire, and Eric Somersdale is the third base umpire. So everybody is one position off. On the video where I got this, Eric Somersdale was the home. It was in this order: home, first, second, third. But in this channel, it's home, first, second, third. So everyone's one position. Or because it goes home, third, second, first. Home plate. If you're home plate umpire, goes the third. It's home, third, second, first, home. So I mean, if you're for a 4-game series, you would be everywhere. You would say you start at home, then you'd be third. For game 1, you would be the home plate umpire. For game 2, you'd be the third base umpire. For game 3, you'd be the second base umpire, and for game 4, you'd be the first base umpire. I'm not sure what the rotation is when they add 2 extra umpires, which I don't know why I want that, but they should do that. They do that really for the All-Star game and every playoff game. They should do that for MLB The Show 20, but it's not anything big where I'm like the only person in the world asking for that. So yeah, let's continue. And the wind is 4 miles an hour blowing in from left field. You can see right there. There we go, 2-1 pitch, and now it's a bullet past second base umpire Carl Ditson, and that's a base hit. Leadoff single for the NL, or actually 1-out single. And I don't know who that is. And now it's Travis Shaw. That was Eric Hosmer who got the hit. Travis Shaw, and swing! Missed straight through on the curveball at 82 miles per hour. And here's Buster Posey, I believe the number 9 batter. And that's a ground ball. Altuve flips it underhand to Lindor covering center base. Scored at a 3. Scored at a 4-6, and the 2 we were tied at 1. And here goes Altuve, 1 for 1 with a single in the first inning. Wrong. Meant to do hit triangle on the blue controller, not the camera on. Sort of miss on that was ball, unless that umpire's in center. I mean, I've seen an umpire who called where the ball is right now. Oh, that a ball. That was like one time. That wasn't me. That was on a Dodger film, Dynasty video from MLB The Show 16. And that's a base hit for Jose Altuve. He's 2 for 2 in the All-Star game.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking.
And here's the left fielder, number 0.
Not the case here. Good 2 strike.
Leads from the Mariners, and that's a ground ball in the hole to second for 1 to first. He's speedy, and he beats out the throw at the first base. As he beats the relay, as he said, the first base umpire, Joe McDonald said he was saved, and he was probably saved by like a step. And that's a ground ball. Foul. 1-2 count. There goes a runner, and the runner is going to be saved at second base. 2 outs, runner at third. That's the go-ahead run at third base. Sorry this is a long video. It's because obviously we already had the home run derby, and we're only almost 2.5 innings into the All-Star game. And that's a ground ball foul, 1-2. And yeah, you're not gonna see this normally in the playoffs. You only know, and that's a ground ball at Torrey Seager. Throw to first, 37 speed, gone at first base. middle of 3, it is still American League 1, National League 1. And the NL has due up. 1, 2, and 3 are due up for the National League in the top or the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Lorenzo Kane from the Brewers. Lorenzo Kane, and that is over the head of Jose Altuve. Leadoff single for Kane. Kane's now 1 for 2 in this All-Star game. Here's Christian Yelich. He scored the only run for the NL. And that is a bullet above the head of the second base umpire, Carl Dixon. And runners at first and second, nobody out. And here's Harper. Harper in the right center field. That's a base hit. One runner scores, splits the Trout and the left fielder, and another runner's coming around, and he is safe at third home plate, and that's a triple for Bryce Harper. Or it might have been they might call it two-run double advance on the throw. But either way, it's 3-1 NL into a 2-run double or a 2-run triple by Bryce Harper. And we're going to see what they scored. Yeah, and also it's a 2-run double. Harper advanced the third on the throw to home plate. 3-2 count, and that is a bullet up the middle. RBI single, and it's 4-1 NL. Anthony Rizzo, the DH, and now here's Corey Seager. As they have normal bullpen, and their closer's Zach Britton. That Chapman in there too, and they're warming up Ed Diaz from the Seattle Mariners, and the AL's bullpen in left center field. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. The center, the 4-1 was a high flip, but Altuve literally just put down on the base, double play. 2 outs in a hurry, but remember that NL's still up 4-1. And now here's Daniel Murphy, the other national, 0 for 1 with a pop out. And the shift on, and that's a bullet. Or they didn't have to shift on. That's another single up the middle. And then it's another bullet up the middle. The runner will stay. And that was runners at first and second, 2 down, and can't afford to get down by more than 3, you would think. Here's Travis Shaw, and here comes the pitching coach to the mound. Out there is the catcher, pitching coach, Lindor, and I believe Altuve, the middle infielders. 57 pitches for Carrasco. Now they have a guy ready and waiting. That's a looper. He has 33 speed. Should be able to get him. Lindor! Good pick by Olsen at first base. 3 runs for the NL in the bottom of the 3rd. And the 3 is 4-1 NL. Matt Sturgeon, Mark DeRosa, Dan Please with the commentators. It will be the show 19, and I think they're staying for 20. And there's Heine Watney too. Sideline reporter. Want to pitch what she is for every MLB day, no matter if it's on MLB Network or not, as he overran it, and he's gonna get the second base. So it's gonna be probably a send on an E8. They're calling that a double? Yeah, they said that's a double. That should be a send on an E8. But now, either way, it's second base. And Jose Ramirez, the runner's gonna get the 3rd. Runner at 3rd, 1 out. The runner does get the 3rd on the 1-3 ground out. And now it's Matt Olson. Won the 2018 Home Run Derby right here at National Park. And that's a bullet! What a play! But I hit the wrong button. 17 speed. He is safe, and it's 4-2. The timeout is coming to the plate. Or either way, that's gonna be a run. Now it's Betts. 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI. And that is a base hit! And the tying run is now at first base. The go-ahead run's coming to the plate. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The time runs coming to the plate. Only warming up in the NL bullpen, and this time he dives, doesn't go to second, but he's got him at first base. Runners at second and third, 2 down. That's a smart decision, because if you do it setting, he'll probably have been safe, and everyone would have been safe. Show track, Corey Seager, the shortstop for the Dodgers, 22 feet covered. Arm strength is 86 miles per hour. It did him by, I would say, half a step. Now it's 2-1 count to Jose Altuve. A single to tie the game. At the ground ball, Cedar. Throw to first is in time. 1 run by the AL to cut the NL lead to 2 at 4-2 after 3.5 innings of play. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Remember, I believe both teams have like 10 bench players, so they're on town. Buster Posey is a ground ball to Lindor. Throw to first is in time. 1 down. The starter remains out there. They're 3 1/3. They got 4 runs, but his team's only down by 2. And now it's Lorenzo Tan, and here comes a reliever. He's top of the order. This season, 35 games, 0-4, 27 saves, 3.21 ERA, 33 2/3 innings, 41 strikeouts, a 250 average versus left-handed batters, and a 243 average versus right-handed batters. And there's a zip, and that's a base hit. Leadoff single, or 1-out single by Kane. I believe Kane's 2 for 3 in the game. 3-2 count now to Yelich. And that's a ground ball. No chance for a 2, but he would go first for the easy out. 2 down, 3. But now to the 9 scoring position. 1-1 count. Now it's Bryce Harper. Yes. And that's a ground ball to the second baseman, Altuve. Throw to first is in time. Middle and the forward remains 4-2 National League. And here we go. This has over 2 groundouts so far in the All-Star game. And that's a bullet, and it is in front, bounces in front of Yelich for a leadoff single. And here comes, I believe, the number 3 batter, and it is in the form of Mike Trout. It's tying run. Randy still in the no one warming up, and that is under the diving glove. And the runner stays at second base, but the tying run is at first base. The go-ahead run is coming to the plate. As it was under the diving glove. As Jansen, 90 overall. There is another national in there. It's Sendudo. I believe it's closer, but right now he's a setup man here. Yeah, have Jonas Ramil warming up. I believe the Mets closer in the bullpen down in the right field. And that is a bullet! Center field, and it's caught! The runner sitting's tagged in, and he is safe, barely, says Eric Somersville, the third base umpire. Runners at the corners, 1 out. That was really close. And now Carlos Correa with a double play does get the NL out of it. And that's a foul ball. 1-2 now. The Carlos Correa, the American League DH, after the Astros shortstop. And that is a bullet caught! And the runners get back. Runners to the corners, 2 outs now. That was a bullet to the NL second baseman. Now it's Jose Ramirez. AL's having chances, and they cash in. And that is a bullet in the left center field base hit. All the runners move up 90 feet, and the time runs at second base. It's 4-3. Now it's Matt Olson. Rangy remains in. And that's a ground ball to the Corey Seager. Flips it to Daniel Murphy covering center base. Score that at 6-4. 1 run by the AL. But the NL still the lead 3-4 after 4.5 innings of play. There's Rizzo, 1 for 2 with a single, and that's a ground ball. It's charging. It's the shortstop Lindor. Gone in by probably like 10 feet. 1 down. And here's the Charles Strauss to 3 and third innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 0 walks, 1 strikeout, more than 18 pitches, I think. See what did the loss if the AL never comes back to tie, and that's a base hit with 1 out. And here's Daniel Murphy, as they do have Ken Giles warming up in the bullpen, member of the Astros. And that's a bullet! Caught on 1 hop. Lindor takes his advantage, so throws the first pitch by Olsen, the winner of the 2018 Home Run Derby right here at Nationals Park. And the 5 remains for 3 National League. As Mookie Betts 2 for 2 with a double, single, and RBI in the 2018 All-Star Game. Ranger remains out there. There's a guy warming up, and that is a ground ball to the shortstop. Throw to first, high, but Hosmer keeps his foot on the bad one down. And here's Francisco Lindor, the number 9 batter. Altuve might bat again, he might not. I'm not exactly sure. There might be a pinch hitter for him, and that is in the center field base hit for Lindor. He's 1 for 3 in the All-Star Game. And there's Brian Dozier, an 88 overall. And there's Moncada, center baseman for, I believe, here I think he's a center baseman for the Dodgers, I believe. And center baseman they might put Dozier out there even as a replacement. That is foul ball. 1-2 count to Altuve, and that is a fly ball center field, and it is caught by Kane. 2 down. And Greinke's still out there. And here's the left fielder, and he might be taken out. Yeah, Stanton's, and that's, I don't know how. He has 98 power versus righties, 99 against lefties. And here comes Stanton. 247, 21 home runs, 56 RBIs, and 5 stolen bases. As Greinke remains out there. And that's a foul ball, saves 1 and 2. That's another foul ball. That's about knee-high, 2-seam fastball. I throw it to him low. And that's another foul on a slider on the outside corner. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Cedar throw to first is in time. Middle of 6. It is 4-3 National League. Stanton will stay in left field for the AL. And they have Hendricks ready and waiting, and someone else actually warming up in the AL bullpen. And it's up. Familia's still ready and waiting in the NL's bullpen, up by 1. And also have the National warming up, send Doodle. So they have a lefty and righty. The NL and the AL has 2 righties. And Carlos Santana pinch hit for the National League. He will pinch hit for Eric Hosmer As that's a ground ball into the shift. Altuve has to charge it, throws the first in time. One down. Here's Travis Shaw. He'll remain in the game. That's a ground ball back to the pitcher. As he's not throwing it, it's in time. 2 down. Here's Buster Posey. He will remain in the game as well. Only one substitution for each team, and that is a caught by Lindor. 1-2-3 to the NL, but they're still up by 1 after 6 innings of play. We'll take a break. I'll be right back. Both teams have 11 hits. But the NL has 1 more run than the AL, 4-3. Santana will stay in the game, coming at first base for the NL. And Greinke, remains in, and that is a base hit. He might be out now, as Trout hits a single in center field on the 3-1 pitch. Tyne runs on base, and I think that's gonna be that's gonna call it a day for Greinke. And here's Sanchez, and here comes Familia, the Mets, a member of the Mets. And that's a ground ball. First pitch for Familia, early third, and that's a double play, and the tying run is erased. Familia comes in, his third pitch results in a double play. And that is it. Right field is fairly deep, and Harper catches it. 1-2-3 to the AL, it's 1 out, but he's erased on a double play. 7-inning stretch here at Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. The score is 4-3 NL. We'll take a break. I'll be right back. Here's Kane.
He's 2 for 3 thus far.
And here comes Ken Giles.
Ken Giles comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
And Charlie Blackmon will pinch hit for Lorenzo Kane. Both teams are about 11 bench players. And that's a ground ball into the shift for Altuve. Throws the first, is in time. 1 down. And now it's Tristan Yelich.
Lifetime numbers against Ken Giles. He's gone 3 for 6.
And there will be a new third baseman for the AL.
Has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
There's a guy ready away and a righty in the bullpen for the AL. They're down by 1, and they're on their final 6 outs. And Salvador Perez will come in for Gary Sanchez at catcher.
Salvador Perez is also into the ballgame as he'll
And Tristan Yelich will stay in the game. That's a looper to Altuve. Still in the game. It's still original starter. Intended for Olsen. And that's 2 down now and now it's Bryce Harper, the National. He will stay in the game. That's a ground ball into the shift. Altuve in short right field throws it. It is a high throw, but Olsen was able to keep his right foot on the bat. And the 7, it remains 4-3 National lead. Charlie Blackmon will remain in the game in center field for the NL. And here comes the guy that they do have Mike Mathot, their closer, warming up. Jansen, their setup man, 99 overall. As that is a base hit, and the tying runs at first base. He has 18 speed, so really a double probably not going to store him. Montana's center baseman also didn't play third, and he has 87 speed. And they're all pinch runs. Montana's on a pinch run. Tying run at first base. That's a foul ball on the splitter, Olsen.
That might be able to score a ball again.
And the ball that he can score, is it? Maybe. And that's a ground ball, as he will not go for two. Not time runs at center base with 1 out. There hasn't been a run since the top of the 5th. Here's Mookie Betts, and he will remain in the game. Sindel most likely ties the All-Star game, and that will be cut off. No run, but the runner will go to third with 2 outs now. Time runs at third base. 2 down for the AL, and it's only all up to Lindor. All up to him. And that is it. Center field, can it get over his head? Blackman down. He makes the catch on the warning track in the NL. And it's still 4-3 NL after 7.5 innings of play. We'll take a break. Montano will stay at third base for the AL. And now it's Rizzo. Brian Dozier will try and send a base for Jose Altuve. And then do the shift on him in short right field. And they have sent Mark Mathot and their closer, and they have 2 guys running away and 2 lefty and a righty. Here's Rizzo, and that's a foul ball to DH. That's it, right? They have a shift on, and Trout comes in and makes the catch. There's Torrey Cedar. Now Brennan, the Texas Rangers relief pitcher. And that is it, right field is going to be cut off by the left fielder, Stanton, but it will be a 1-out single for the NL, trying to extend their lead, which they haven't scored since the bottom of the 3rd. That's when they scored 3 runs, and then the AL scored 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, no runs since. And that's a ground ball to third baseman, the center for 1, the first double play to pick by Olsen. The AL needs 1 run to tie, 2 to take the lead in the top of the 9th. End of 8, it remains 4-3. Isn't it NL? And it's an AL. It's actually 4-3 NL. Here comes Mike Mathot, the closer, pitcher for the Giants. The closer, he has 25 saves and he has 4 wins. So here's Dozier's first at bat after coming in the defensive replacement earlier in the game, and Sean was protecting the line and that's 1 down. So there's no double. Well, there could be if you hit it over them, but here's Stanton now, second bat of the game. He came in as a pinch hitter earlier. And that's a foul ball. It's the AL, I mean, they scored 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, but really they haven't scored anything after that, but they're only 1 swing away from tying this game. And that's a ground ball. Right, that would have been another double, but Shaw's protecting the lines, and the AL down to their final out here in the 2018 All-Star Game for National Park in Washington, D.C. Now it's on to Mike Trout, 2 for 4 with 2 singles. And now, oh my word, down to Steve, and that ball is gone! And this game is tied! Mike Trout! When the AL was down to the final strike and out on a 2-2 pitch, Trout jacks one to left center field, and this game is tied on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the end. The NL was 1 strike away and 1 out away from winning, but Mike Trout, Now 3 for.
Totally dialed in for the first 2 hitters, inducing a couple of
Oh my word! A blown save from Mike Mathot.
on the third guy, and it winds up in
And that is a ground ball cut off by the NL center baseman. Good hit by Santana at first base. But a home run with 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. The NL 1 strike and 1 out away from winning. But Mike Trout says the game's not over yet. The NL needs 1 run to win. Middle of 9, we are tied at 4. The NL has it scores in the bottom of the 3rd. That's when they scored 3 runs. The AL got 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and now 1 in the 9th. And they have Chapman warming up. Not their closer, but they do have Chapman warming up. 1 run winner for the NL. That will be cut off by Lindor behind second base, and that's 1 down. We had the 2017 All-Star Game in Miami, though, at extra innings. Cruz won it. He hit a home run at the top of the 10th. 1-0 pitch, and that's a foul ball. But they still have some starters out there for both teams. Still bench players for both teams. Could go to extras here in 2 straight All-Star games. In real life, that didn't happen. And that's a ground ball caught by the pitcher. Throw to first is in time. Now, if you're the NL, you're probably going for a home run. As now it's Buster Posey. 2-1 count. And that is in there. Strike 2. 2-2 count to Buster Posey, the catcher. Original starter, not the ground ball. Dozier throw to first, and we are heading to extra innings in the 2018 All-Star Game from National Park in Washington, D.C. And the 9, it is 4-4. Charles Correa, 1 for 4 with a double and a run, but I think he's going to be out. As Doodle's ready, and they're going to put him in the game. National, and here comes Nelson Cruz, the right fielder, to replace Charles Correa as DH. Doodle, and that ball is off the glove of Cedar, and Cruz only 30 feet would get on base with a base hit, and that's the scores position is base hit, and that's the go-ahead run. On Moncada, who came as a pinch runner, and that is a base hit in the time. Go-ahead run to second base. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for the AL. Here's Matt Olson. And I'll try to bunt, and it's a successful bunt. Fair ball. He has 17 speed. Throw to first is in time, but the go-ahead run is run at second and third, 1 out, and even a sad final bring the go-ahead run, and it's Mookie Betts. And they're probably not, they're not walking to load the bases. Force at every base, and the double play is in order. Bases loaded, 1 out, but the double play is in order, and the force at any base is in order. It's Lindor. And I'll leave him out there. Bases loaded. And that is past him! It's past him! And they throw back the first, not in time. It's 6-4 AL. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Lindor, a 2-run single. And the AL was up 4-1. Now they're down 6-4. 5 unanswered runs by the AL. And that's a ground ball. That could be 2. And it's all thrown off the pad. No, everybody's safe. It's 7-4. Runners at first and second, 1 down. That's an E6. That's an error on. And here's Stanton as he set it on the top of the 9, and that is crushed. Center field, and the center fielder has no more room, and that is gone. Stanton 6 runs in the top of the 10th, and it's 10-4 AL as they've blown it wide open. Blown it wide open. 9 unanswered runs for the AL. They were down 4-1 at one point. Got 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 9th into a 2-strike, 2-out home run by Trout. The NL was 1 strike and 1 out away from winning the game. It's a 2-2 count. Then the closer gave up a home run to Mike Trout, and then now they've given up 6 runs here, and now here's Trout with the home run earlier, and now it's hit high and deep, center field. That ball is caught on the warning track by Blackman. 2 down, but they're still down by half a dozen. And here's Salvador Perez, 0 for 1 in the game. He came in as a defensive replacement earlier, and that's a ground ball, or I mean a foul ball, not a ground ball. As Doodle, 25 pitches, 10 balls, 15 strikes. So that's a foul ball. Remains 1-2. That's a ground ball to the NL center Mason Turner. First is in time. The NL needs 6 runs to tie, 7 to win. Middle of 10. It is 10-4 AL. 1, 2, 3, 2 up for the NL on the top of the bottom of the 10th, but they need a lot of runs to tie. And that is a ground ball right into the shift. Lindor throw to first in time. He was a starter in the game, and the NL's down to their final 2 outs. And now here's Christian Yelich, a starter as well. And that is off the pitcher. That was only a single because it hit him. He was able to throw to first to hit the out. And the NL's down to their final out. At one point, the AL was down to their final strike and out, and now they're up by 6. There's Harper, original starter as well, as it's NL down to their final out. And that's a ground ball in the shift. Dozier, throw to first, and the AL has won the 2018 All-Star game from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. They won 10-4. The AL wins 10-4 over the NL in 10 innings. What a, I mean, 9 unanswered runs for the AL. They were down 4-1, got 1 in the 5th, or last time the NL scored was, they got, I think, yeah, they got, no, the NL scored, yeah, they scored 1, you just didn't see it because it's cut off because they don't do an extra inning, but, you know, the slugfest. Cleveland got the win, 2 2/3 innings, 1 home run, 0 strikeouts, 0 earned runs, 0 walks. Doodle got the loss, 1 inning, 4 hits, 0 strikeouts, 6 earned runs, 1 walk. That was an intentional loss. The player, 2018 All-Star and MVP, Mike Trout, 3 for 6 with a home run and an RBI, and a run scored on the home run. I mean, you can't see it, but the NL scored 1 in the first. The AL scored 1 in the second. The AL scored 1 in the second, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 9th, and so two out, 2 strike home run by Trout because they were down their final strike and out. He hit a home run, then they had a sit spot on the top of the 10th. The NL 1 in the 1st, 3 in the 3rd. That's it. They didn't score anything after that. Blew a save. I mean, really, there was 3 scoreless innings in the game. 6th, 7th, and 8th. And the 9th, there was 1 run by the AL, and then the 10th, 6 runs by the AL to win 10-4 over the NL in the 2018 All-Star game from the nation's capital. And I just realized this clip's at the end. So, yeah, and then no time to do the closing, so I have to do the closing, and then that's clip. So the clip will be like a minute. Okay, it's time for closing. No board. If you like this episode, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandpa, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm going to see you in episode number 8 of this Washington Nationals MLB The Show 19 franchise series, which most likely will be nice. Well, most likely be the playoffs because because I also have to do the playoffs and I have to do opening day of 2019. And yeah, I'll see you in episode number 7.
Cheesy bacon.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Bacon, cheese, butt.